Imported red fire ants are a serious problem. They're a threat to people, property, pets, and wild animals. Highly aggressive, fire ants sting with a powerful venom. Left untreated, stings can become infected. In extreme cases, people highly allergic to their venom have been known to go into anaphylactic shock. Fire ants also damage property. They're attracted to electrical fields, damaging devices such as air conditioners, electrical outlets, pumps, and landscape lighting. Since first transported to North America in the early 1930s, fire ants have been rapidly expanding their territory, currently occupying over 300 million acres across the U.S. Fire ants are easy to identify. Their dome-shaped mounds may be very small or as large as 3 feet across. Colonies can extend deep into the ground, allowing them to seek favorable environmental conditions. For further protection, they commonly nest underneath sidewalks, driveways, trees, and structures. In these protected areas, it's difficult to eliminate colonies with insecticides that kill by contact, such as dusts, granules, and mound drenches. Red imported fire ants are polymorphic, which means there are different size workers within a colony. They range in size from 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch in length. They're reddish-brown in color. They have a 2-segmented petiole and a stinger. Red imported fire ants occur as both monogyne, single queen, and polygyne, multiple queen colonies. Polygyne fire ants can form super colonies that extend over large areas where individual mounds cooperate, sharing food and water. Monogyne colonies are territorial and will defend their foraging area. Fire ants reproduce by swarming and budding. Mating flights can occur several times a year when conditions are favorable. Like termites, fire ants tend to swarm on a warm, sunny day following a heavy rain. The males die soon after mating. The new queens lose their wings and seek out a protected area to start a new colony. Polygyne colonies can also reproduce by budding. A queen moves to a new location with a number of workers and brood. Budding allows polygyne colonies to populate an area in a short time. Fire ants are highly aggressive and attack when their mounds are disturbed. Before the first ant stings, hundreds of workers climb onto the intruder. The initial sting begins the assault, signaling the rest to clamp down with their jaws and thrust their stinger into the victim. A single ant can sting many times if given the opportunity. Each sting produces a burning sensation that turns into a blister-like pustule. Clearly, fire ants need to be controlled. Most consumers don't understand fire ant biology and how to effectively control them. Professionals know, and scientific research proves, that broadcast applications of slow-acting baits provide the best long-term control. From the leader in bait technology comes MaxForce Fire Ant Killer Granular Bait. Economically priced, MaxForce Fire Ant Bait combines corn grit and soybean oil, a food source highly attractive to fire ants, with the proven active ingredient hydromethylamine at 1% strength. MaxForce's ideal speed of kill allows foraging workers to carry the bait back to the nest, where it kills the queens and the colony. We call this the MaxForce domino effect, and it eliminates colonies in hidden or inaccessible areas. MaxForce Fire Ant Killer Granular Bait comes ready to use in a 2-pound refillable service container and a 25-pound resealable plastic bag designed to maintain freshness. MaxForce Fire Ant Bait can be applied outdoors as a mound or broadcast treatment. Broadcast applications are best because they control mounds that you see as well as ones that you don't. Broadcast MaxForce evenly over the infested area at a rate of 1 to 2 pounds per acre, or 4 to 8 ounces per 10,000 square feet. Calculate the area to be treated by multiplying the property's length by the width. Handheld granular or seed spreaders work well for small applications. For big jobs, consider using spreaders capable of applying bait over large areas. Contact your dealer or equipment manufacturer for details on the proper use and calibration of these types of equipment. For mound treatments, apply 1/2 to 1 ounce or 2 to 5 level tablespoons of MaxForce per mound. Do not apply bait directly on top of the mound. Nest openings are not located on top of or at the edge of the mound. For best results, apply the bait uniformly around the mound, several feet away. Broadcast applications and mound treatments can be performed at the same time. However, the total amount of product applied cannot exceed 2 pounds of bait per acre. When applying MaxForce, avoid disturbing the mounds. Also, do not apply other insecticides such as sprays, dusts, or granules on top of or in close proximity to the bait, as it will reduce the bait's effectiveness. The best time to apply MaxForce fire ant bait is when fire ants are most active. Typically, this occurs when the temperature is 70 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. An effective strategy for season-long control is a broadcast application in the spring, mound treatments if necessary in the summer, followed by a second broadcast treatment in the fall. A new trend in the war against fire ants is the use of outdoor refillable bait stations. Most ant baits are short-lived once exposed to the elements. Protecting baits in stations around structures, however, allows professionals to offer longer-term control in strategic areas, such as near air conditioner units, outdoor faucets, and along fence lines if the neighbor's yard is full of mounds. When using the outdoor refillable bait stations, MaxForce Granular Insect Bait is the product of choice. It controls a wide variety of insects and has a considerably longer residual when compared to MaxForce Fire Ant Bait. MaxForce Granular Insect Bait is also the preferred product for controlling fire ants inside structures. When the job is completed, tell the customer they will see results in just a few days. Request that they not spray any pesticides or disturb the mounds. Research demonstrates that large-scale applications reduce the fire ant's ability to repopulate a given area. This is a good reason to ask your customer for a referral to provide service to the neighbors. Protect your customers against fire ants with MaxForce Fire Ant Granular Bait.